All right, y'all, it's showtime. My name's CJ Curry. It's the CJ Curry Show. It's presented by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is making your daily fantasy sports experience easy by allowing you to pick up to 6 of your favorite superstars from your favorite sports. You mix them together, combine them however you want, decide if they're going to go for over or under, more or less, and you can win up to 25 times your money. All right. If you're not playing on PrizePicks yet, I've left a code and a link down in the description of today's video. Use promo code Curry. Get your first bet on PrizePicks totally risk-free. All right. Take advantage. If you're not playing on PrizePicks, tell a friend, tell a family member. Use code Curry when you sign up. Get that 100% instant deposit match. All right, who are we talking about today? Who we got in the building today? Let's look at it. Let's go through the chat. We got Roy here. He says, let's go. 4-game slate. Absolutely. We got Jimmy Green who says, hit the like button on your way in and let's make some money. Best of luck as always. Speaking of making money, we did really well on yesterday's video. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns over his points and assists. Ivica Zubac. All you Zubac haters out there, zip it. Don't want to hear it. Zubac over PRA. And over rebounds and assists. Zubac over everything. Zubac was the GOAT last night. Shout out to Ivica Zubac, all right? Who else did we have? We had Russell Westbrook under 42.5 PRA. That hit. Bogdanovich over his PRA line. That ended up hitting. I mean, guys, we had enough picks there to easily hit a 10X. And shout out to my guy Shindog. He took the taco, Anthony Edwards, over on his taco prop with 4 of those other picks and did end up hitting a 10X. So congratulations to you, Shindog, for cashing in. But yeah, we had a lot of winning picks out of yesterday's show. So we're going to try to run it back. We got 4 NBA games tonight. Andrew's in the building. He says Donovan Mitchell is due for a big game. Kind of agree with that. It's been a quiet last couple of games for Mitchell. It's do or die, right? He's going to have to come out swinging tonight. Todd, Live for Sundays. Thanks for being here. We got Kenneth Reed in the building. He says, who else took that Zubac play? Let me know in the live chat if you guys took Zubac for anything last night. He hit a lot of his picks, a lot of his prop lines, I should say. So Gio's here. Shout out to Gio. Wesley Winston, Wild Out Wednesday. All right, you ready to wild out? We can wild out. Blake's in the building. What's up to you? Travis is here. Great day yesterday. Good to hear that. Dante Harris says PrizePicks is losing some money today. I like to hear that. Let's try to get in the PrizePicks pockets today. Dante, like that energy. Justin's here. Shout out to you, Mark. The Undertaker Calloway says happy Wednesday. Let's go Warriors. August is in the building. We got Constant Dew Drinker. Thank you so much for the well wishes, my friend. Jimmy Green is already dropping some bonus plays. Who else we got in here? Rodney, he's laughing it up. We got Drake in the building. Snoop-a-Loop. Douglas Roberts. Jay Littles. Jeremiah. Mons Brown. Strom's here. Tyree Pringle said Zubac got him right. Hey, you just got to believe in the math, man. Believe in the numbers, the projections. They won't always steer you wrong. More often than not, they'll steer you right, all right? Lance, shout out to you as well. Who else we got in here? We got Tay Sawyer, quick 500 off of yesterday's video. Love to hear that. August is here. Roswell's here. Warrior Nation says go Dubs. Cowboy is life, said Marcus Smart sold on the points. I don't think I had any Marcus Smart yesterday. Tyrone's here. Shout out to you, as always. Thanks for the sub, Mr. Pat Montoya. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. All right, guys. Much love to everybody who's watching. We got, what, 110 people? Oh, y'all are ready. Y'all are ready. Normally, we don't have this many people this soon, but you guys are ready. So let's get on to business. We got to pick ourselves a winner from yesterday's show. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if it's your first time laying eyes on the CJ Curry Show, well, listen, I pick a winner each and every day that I go live, a 2-pick power play to win $100. I'm giving them out daily. So tell a friend, family member, somebody you love or care about the show. Have them tune in. Maybe they need a little bit of promo money. Maybe they need a little $100 bill tucked in their pocket. I got it. All right. I'm the guy, the PrizePicks ambassador. That's me. I'm putting everybody on. So we had 52 comments from yesterday's comment section. Again, to get qualified here, 3 simple steps. Be a subscriber with notifications turned on, hit the like button, and leave a comment. Once I end today's show, you go to the comment section. Comment your favorite pick, prop, play of the day. Maybe you want to comment about how bad the weather is where you live. I don't know. Comment whatever you want, all right? But we got 52 comments to choose from. We're going to select one winner today to get a $100 2-pick power play. So let's do it. Hopefully we don't have any duplicates. Hopefully it's someone new. And I think we do have somebody new. Brandon O'Neill, congratulations to you. It says Chef Motherfucking Curry. He's like a Jason Tatum over points. I don't know if it hit. Listen, that's besides the point. I don't know if Tatum went over or under last night. I think he might have went under. He had kind of a rough night, didn't he? Hawks ended up staying alive against the Boston Celtics. A lot of that had to do with Jason Tatum not having the best night. But nonetheless, Brandon O'Neal, you are the winner today. I don't know if you're watching live. Maybe you're catching me on the replay. Either way, Brandon, I need you to shoot me a DM. You can DM me at Curry the Creator on Twitter, or you can jump into our Discord. Links to both are down in the description of today's video. Jump down there in the description, shoot me your PrizePicks email address, and we'll add a risk-free 2-pick power play to your account. Congratulations to Brandon. If you guys want to be like Brandon, subscribe, turn notifications on, hit the like button, and once I end today's show, drop a comment in the comments section. All right. Swinging on over here. We got 4 games to talk about tonight. They start at 7 o'clock. A lot of these teams are on the brink of elimination, y'all. All right, we got New York looking to knock Cleveland off. We got LA looking to knock Memphis out. And we got Miami looking to dominate Milwaukee. The only series that is still kind of up in the air, up for grabs, is the Golden State-Sacramento series, right? I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong. New York at Cleveland. Let's talk about some injury news and stuff real quick. Quentin Grimes is a game time decision. Jericho Sims is out. Okay. So Quentin Grimes, GTD. Not sure if he's going to play or not. If he doesn't play, then you'll probably see a boost to guys like Josh Hart, Emmanuel Quickly, right? They'll step into more minutes, larger roles. So something to kind of keep your eye out on if Quentin Grimes can't go tonight. Dylan Windler is out for Cleveland. Not a very big piece of injury news there. 202.5 points. Very low total game. 202.5. Low and slow defensive style game. Fewer possessions equals fewer points, rebounds, and assists a lot of the times, and all the other stats. So maybe you take some overs on like blocks or steals or turnovers. You know, could be one of those defensive style games. Anyway, 5.5 point spread. They do think Cleveland wins tonight and stays alive at home. So that'll be an interesting one to watch. 7:30 LA at Memphis, guys. We got 222.5 points with a 4-point spread. Pretty nice little total here. Of course, it looks like the Memphis Grizzlies are on life support. Looks like LA is looking to bump Memphis out of the postseason. But Memphis is a 4-point favorite in this game. So it should be a pretty tightly contested, close game. The only real big piece of injury news is Steven Adams. He's been out, though, for a while now, so that's not really going to shake things up. The Lakers are going to have 3 guys on the injury report: Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Dennis Schroeder. They're all game-time decisions. They're all closer to probable than doubtful. I expect all 3 to play. 9:30 tip-off. Kind of a late tip-off for an East Coast game, right? Miami at Milwaukee, 220 points. It's a 12-point spread favoring the Milwaukee Bucks. Isn't that kind of hard to believe, though? A 12-point spread favoring the Bucks after what Jimmy Butler did to Milwaukee last game. I don't know. I think this ends up being a lot more close than 12 points, personally. Giannis is on the injury report. He should be good to go. So is Bam Adebayo, but he should also be good to go. Of course, Tyler Herro is out for an extended period of time. Victor Oladipo, another guy, I don't know what happened with his injury. He had a pretty nasty looking knee injury. Guys, is he in or out? He's not on the injury report today. Maybe if you know what's happening with Oladipo, you could drop it in the live chat for me or in the comment section if you're watching this on replay. But a nice total of 220, 12-point spread. I'm not buying it. I think this game's going to be a lot more close and competitive. Anyway, scrolling it on down here, 10 o'clock tip-off between the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings, 234.5 points with just a 1.5 point spread. This one looks like the most fun game to target. This series in general has been a very good series. That last game was absolutely must-see TV fireworks, and hopefully tonight is the same. De'Aaron Fox, there were some questions about De'Aaron Fox, whether or not he'd be good to go or not. It looks like he's going to be good to go, probable to play tonight. Matthew Dellavedova is out, as is Andre Iguodala for Golden State. But 234.5 points, easily the highest total of any of these 4 games tonight with just a 1.5 point spread. So this could be a fun game to target some overs on. For those of you who want to take some full game overs, this might be the one. Let's see here. Looks like Oladipo. Yeah, okay, so it's a season-ending injury. He's definitely out. Dang, torn patellar tendon. Okay. Well, I was wondering why he wasn't on the injury report tonight, like Tyler Harrow, but maybe because Harrow's not. I don't know if Harrow's considered out for the season, but nonetheless, no Harrow, no Oladipo for Miami, which means Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, maybe some Duncan Robinson. We saw Duncan Robinson in that last game get some more minutes. Those guys might be more heavily involved with both Harrow and Oladipo out. So backcourt looking a little thin. Jimmy Butler had to step up in that last game. Maybe he steps up again tonight. All right, guys. Here's the drill. We're going to go through the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. We're going to look for some plus EV picks. Okay, for those of you who are watching for the very first time, here's how we roll. We're going to go through the first page of the optimizer, find as many plus EV picks that are also projecting well on 2 to 3 different models. All right, that's what we want to do. That's how we had success yesterday. That's how I've been having success for the most part with Patreon picks all month long. Also had a lot of success in the month of March. So this is the process, my process. And so we're going to do that. We're going to go through the first page of the optimizer here, look for the plus EV plays that are projecting well. Simple, easy peasy, don't need to overthink it. You guys who are saying Zubac was a bad play yesterday or Karl Anthony Towns ain't going to hit, he sold me recently. We don't care about any of that. Short-term memories, take the feelings out of it. Let's go by the numbers. Let's go with the math, the projections. And then the players got to go out and play, right? We don't care if they sold us recently. We don't care if Donovan Mitchell's been in a slump. If he's projecting well, I'll take him. Say I won't. Say I won't. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and run through this. Appreciate everybody who's joining me today. 69 likes already, 156 people watching. I have a feeling we're going to go for 100 likes today once again. Appreciate all the love and the support. All right, let's start it off here. You know how I roll. I'm going to skip over any picks, any plays that could potentially tie or push, like this one right here, Jalen Brunson at 6 assists. It might be a good play to take him under, but I don't want to take him and then my 6 pick becomes a 5 pick, 5 becomes a 4, 4 becomes a 3. You know how it goes, right? Your entry reverts down when there's picks that tie. So I'm going to skip over those. I want clean wins, clean losses. So let's skip over that one and look at Karis LeVert under 3.5 assists. All right, big betting favorite to go under 3.5 dimes tonight. 53.2% chance that he stays at 3 or fewer assists. Now, we know it's a plus EV play. Let's go take a look and see if the projections also align with the optimizer. I like to look for projections that agree with the optimizer. So we're going to look for Karis LeVert. 3.7 is his first projection on a line of 3.5 dimes. So that's slightly more than his line. Again, the optimizer said take the under. The first projection slightly over. So let's check a second projection here. Let's see. Do they have anything for him on RotoWire? Doesn't look like it right now. Okay, so we'll skip over that one. Let's go to NumberFire then and see what they've got for Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert, 4.4 dimes. Again, the optimizer saying take the under at 3.5, but we got 2 projections that have him going over. So for me, I'm going to pass on that one. I'm going to just fade it. No need to have a prop that's projecting one way and the optimizer saying take it the other way. I'm okay with that. We'll skip over that one. Let's look for something else here. Grayson Allen under 10.5 points, 53% chance that he scores 10 or fewer today. All right, let's take a look at Grayson Allen of the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll go get some projections here. We don't have to think too hard about this. All right, we got trusted projections. The plus EV plays, the odds and everything are in our favor. You can see he's being bet under on pretty much every sports book at 10.5 points. The first projection has him at 9.5 points. So let's go see if we have a projection here on RotoWire. For whatever reason, we don't. I guess RotoWire's like sleeping today. I don't know. Let's go over to NumberFire then. NumberFire's got Grayson Allen projected for 10.9. So we got one projection of him going under at 9.5, a second projection of him at 10.9. So kind of torn, right? Not sure what to do on that one. I'll skip over it for right now. If we're desperate, maybe we go back and take it. LeBron James at 9.5 rebounds. The over looking like the way to go here. Almost a 53% chance that he collects at least 10 boards tonight going up against Memphis. So again, we're just going to keep rinsing and repeating. We're looking for plays that are projecting well. We don't have to use our whole noggin or noodle a whole lot. Not when, you know, there's reliable, trusted projections, not when we know that the odds are going to be in our favor. So we don't have to overthink it, right? But 9.1 on a line of 9.5 is not a good start. If this was 10.1, I'd feel a lot better, but it's not. All right, let's go see if we could get some projections. Once again, RotoWire not providing us any help today. I don't know what's going on with their site. Maybe they're down or something. Here's a projection of 8 boards. So we got a projection of 8 rebounds and 9.1 rebounds on a line of 9.5. It seems like everybody wants to take the over on LeBron's rebounds, but it's not projecting great. So I'm going to skip over that one. How about Draymond Green? We're still looking, guys. We're still hunting. Hang in there. We're going to find one that we can add to our entry before too long. I just know it. I got a feeling. Draymond at 15.5 points and assists. Almost a 53% chance that he goes over. So we need 16 or more points and dimes for Draymond Green. So let's take a look at this one real quick. We're looking for 16 or better on the projections. So we go points and assists. Here's one at 15.4. That's really close to the line of 15.5. Wish that was a little bit higher, like 16.4. Yeah, I guess RotoWire's just down for the count today. I don't know. So we might only have like 2 projections that we can go off today. But let's go here and pull the calculator out. 8.9 points for Green plus another 8.1 dimes. That pulls him up to about 17 points and assists on a line of 15.5. So we got one projection of 15.4, another projection of 17. It's okay. It's a decent look, but I feel like we could do better. Let's see if we can do better. We got Xavier Tillman over 9.5 points, 52.8% chance that Tillman scores at least 10 tonight, going up against the Lakers in an elimination game. So let's see about Xavier Tillman here, 10 or better. We're looking for some favorable Xavier Tillman projections on his points. 9.3, really close to 9.5. Again, I wish that was like 10.3, but it's a little underweight on that first projection. Second projection has him at 9.9. That's closer to 10 where we want to be, 10 or more. And then let's see, RotoWire, nothing for Xavier Tillman. RotoWire, where are you at today? So I don't know, okay projections on some of these, right? Not seeing anything that's really like, ooh, gotta have it. Ooh, must take it. Let's look at Giannis Antetokounmpo, 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Again, the Milwaukee Bucks are on the brink of elimination. So maybe we take a superstar like we did with Karl Anthony Towns last night in a game that they have to win, right? They have to win this game in order to stay alive. And I imagine that Giannis is going to give it everything he's got, right? Full send for Giannis tonight. Maximum effort. So he needs 49 or more PRA. 52.6% chance, according to the odds pulled from the sports books here, that Giannis is going to put up at least 49 points, rebounds, and assists. Let's go take a look at some projections for the Greek Freak. 50.5 PRA. Well, that's a lovely first start there. That's a nice projection. 50.5 on a line of 48.5. Oh, yeah. All right, that's 2 PRA higher, so I like what I'm seeing so far from Giannis. Let's take a look at a projection from NumberFire. I'm going to bust out the calculator again. 28.8 points plus 12.4 boards plus 6.6 assists. Ooh, close. 47.8 on a line of 48.5, so a little light, right? A little bit underweight compared to what we found on Fantasy Labs. Let's take a look here. No projection for Giannis. Well, I don't know what's going on. I guess RotoWire's just down for the count. Yep, nothing for Giannis. All right. Well, hey, we got one projection over, one projection under here. It seems to be the case, the theme of today. How about Evan Mobley? He's our thumbnail player of the day. He's at 15.5 points and assists. 52.4% chance that he goes over. He needs 16 points and assists. This seems doable to me for some reason. I know it's going to be a low-scoring game, just barely over 200 combined points on the over-under. But he needs 16 points and assists. Let's see if he can get it done. He fouled out in the last game, which ended up hurting a lot of people who had Evan Mobley overs, including yours truly. I had his rebounds and assists. He only needed like 2 more and he would have hit the over, but yeah, he fouled out. So let's look at this points and assists. We're looking for 16 or more points and assists here for Evan Mobley. 16.9 is a fantastic first projection for Evan Mobley. I like that. About 17 on a line of 15.5. Of course, we need 16 or more if we take the over here. So I'm good with that first projection. Let's check a second projection on Mobley. 14.1 plus another 2.9. That's 17 as well, points and assists. And I don't think RotoWire is going to help us out today. Oh, there we go. We got some Evan Mobley projections. All right. Points and assists, 15.5, and the projection's 18. So guys, everywhere that we've looked has him right around 17 at the lowest, 18 at the highest. So we can go ahead and put Evan Mobley in as our first play of the day, folks. We finally found one. It took some digging, some hunting, some searching, but Evan Mobley over 15.5 points and assists is a plus EV play, and it's projecting favorably across 3 different projection models. So we finally found our first pick to put in our entry. What do we think about this one? Y'all let me know. Y'all riding with Evan Mobley tonight? 15.5 points and assists as the Cleveland Cavaliers are looking to stay alive against the New York Knicks tonight? Let me know. I think that was looking good, though. Let's continue to work our way through the board. I see some of you are saying hit the refresh button. We'll hit the refresh button. We'll give it just a minute, though. Let's work our way through the rest of these real quick. Gabe Vincent of the Miami Heat. We talked about all the backcourt injuries for the Miami Heat. No Oladipo, no Tyler Herro, but Gabe Vincent here, for whatever reason, at 13.5 points and rebounds. Folks seem to be taking the under here. The juice is flowing under. 52.3% chance that he has 13 or fewer points and rebounds tonight. So let's take a look at Gabe Vincent's projections real quick. If it projects well, I don't mind taking it. I've learned to eliminate feelings and thoughts from this and just go strictly by the numbers. Who cares what I think or what my gut's telling me, right? Who cares about that? Mathematically speaking, does it make sense? And that's what we did yesterday with Zubac for the PRA. That's what we did with Karl Anthony Towns over points and assists. And it worked out for us. So let's see if we have one here with Gabe Vincent. First projection is really good. He's at 13.5 points and rebounds today on PrizePicks. 12.5 is his projection. So I like what I'm seeing so far out of Gabe Vincent's projections. Number Fire's got him at 9.4 points, plus another 2.8 for the boards. That puts him at 12.2, which is less than 13.5. So once again, projecting under by quite a bit on 2 different reliable, trusted sites. Let's see if, no, nothing for Gabe Vincent on RotoWire, but I'm okay with that. 2 projection sites have him at like 12 or fewer points and rebounds, 12.5, 12.2 to 12.5. All right, which is both, you know, less than 13.5 by quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get Gabe Vincent in here as well, under 13.5 points and rebounds. All right, we know it's a plus EV play, meaning the odds are in our favor. The projections are also in our favor, and these are the types of picks that have been hitting for me. When they project well and they're plus EV, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to play. So here's what we got so far. Nice little 2-pick. Now you could play these 2. Go for 3 times your money on PrizePicks. Nothing wrong with that. We don't have to swing for the fences every time. We don't have to always go for the 6-pick plays. If you want a little bankroll builder, 2-pick power play, ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Triple up your money real quick, though, with this little 2-pick play. Or we can keep looking for more. In this case, let's keep looking for more. All right, let's see what else we got here on the first page of the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. How about Draymond Green for more than 8.5 points? He needs 9 or more. This one's 52.2%. In other words, that's our odds or chances of him getting 9 or more points tonight. So let's take a look at Draymond Green's projections. At 8.5 points, we're looking for projections of 9 or better. I mean, 10 or better would be super sweet, but around 9 or better would be okay. And this first projection's 8.8. That's obviously higher or more than 8.5. So that's a good first start. Not real strong, but good. We'll take it. Moving on to the second projection, we've got him at 8.9, very close to 9 once again. So 2 projections, 8.8, 8.9, higher than 8.5. So maybe that's a good look. Do we have anything here on RotoWire? We do not. I'll keep refreshing. Maybe RotoWire's still adding stuff. But what do we think about Draymond Green for more than 8.5 points? Are we trusting him to put the ball in the bucket 3 to 4 times tonight? Maybe gets to the free throw line to help himself out. It's a plus EV play. It's projecting favorably. Those of you who are watching live, what do you guys think about this? Maybe you're catching the replay. Let me know down in the comment section of today's replay for my replay gang. Draymond over 8.5 points, yay or nay? All Hail Terry says no. Absolutely. Okay, I hear you. You said, can I look up the stats? We'll just use the last 5 here for PrizePicks, since most of these games are, the series, last 4 games, 5 games, You can see what he's done, though, the last few times that he's played Sacramento. 12 in the last game, 8, 4, and 4 in his last 4 games against the Kings. Again, short-term memory, recency bias, okay? Put your recency bias in the trunk of your car and don't look back, all right? Forget about what he's done recently or what he hasn't done recently. You Zubac haters, you Karl Anthony Towns haters out there, you got to forget about that stuff and just play today. Play tonight. I'm going to leave him in there for right now because it's looking like it's going to be a difficult night for us to find some well-projected plays that are also plus EV. How about Keegan Murray? He kind of erupted the other night against Golden State. He's at 12.5 points and assists right now, 52.2% chance that he finds at least 13 or more points and dimes, taking on the Golden State Warriors tonight. So we're looking for 13 or better on Keegan Murray. Let's go find some Keegan Murray projections for you. Keegan Murray's points and assists. Ooh, that is not a good projection at all. 8.4 on a line of 12.5 is very bad. That's a difference of 4.1. That's not a great start if you're planning on backing Keegan Murray for more than points and his assists. This second projection has him at 9.1 points with another 0.8 assists. So that's only 9.9. So no. We're not messing with Keegan Murray. I know it's saying take the over, but when the projections ain't adding up, it just ain't adding up. He's not going to make it in my entry tonight. How about Drew Holiday? He's the last player on page 1 of the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer at this moment. He's at 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Drew Holiday's got about a 52.1% chance of going over 29.5. We need 30 or more out of Drew Holiday today, taking on the Miami Heat. So let's go take a look at Drew Holiday's projections. We're hoping for 30 or more. 30 or more points, rebounds, and assists for Holiday would be fantastic. Wow. Okay, look at this first projection. 34.6, guys. 34.6 on a line of 29.5. That's huge. That's almost too good to be true. So we're going to definitely check out a couple of other projections here on Drew Holiday. 34.6 is fantastic, though. I mean, if he really can get up to 34, 35 tonight, I mean, that would be tremendous on a line of 29.5. Let's take a look at what Number Fire has to say. They've got him at 18.3 points, plus 5.3 boards and 8.4 assists. That gets him up to 32 on a line of 29.5. So that's 2 very strong projections on Drew Holiday. So I like what I'm seeing. We'll just double check RotoWire real quick. They don't have anything for Drew, but that's all right. 2 very strong projections here for Drew Holiday's PRA at 29.5. It's a plus EV play, and it's projecting very well. All right. You can feel free to kick Draymond Green to the curb if you want to. I know it's not projecting the greatest, but these three all look very strong. Whether or not they hit, that's out of our control, right? They got to go out there and play. But we know that the math and the odds are in our favors. We know that the projections are also in our favor. They got to go out and get the job done. Or in Gabe Vincent's case, he just needs to fail. He does not need to have a good night tonight. But yeah, I mean, that's what we've got so far. That's page 1 of what we found on the optimizer. These are all plus EV plays, all projecting well on at least 2 to 3 different models, right? So that's a good start. I think that's a great start. Let's turn it over to the live chat. We'll start taking some of your questions. We got 180 people watching, 89 likes. Guys, There's a lot of y'all that are sleeping on the job. I just need you to hit that like button. We're trying to get this thing back up to 100, maybe even 150 or more likes tonight. All right. Let's go to the live chat, though, and see what you guys are talking about here, folks. Got a couple of super chats coming through. Andy Lopez says, I don't know why my message didn't send, but he's liking some Jimmy Butler. Jimmy is 1 for 6 following a 35-point game, averaging 22 points per game. So he's looking at this recent output by Jimmy Butler as an opportunity to take the under. Now, listen, we talked about what the spread was on this game. This game has major blowout potential here with Milwaukee's a 12-point favorite at home. So he seems to think that it's a great time to take the under on Jimmy Butler. His lines might be a little bit bloated, might be a little bit inflated coming off of that huge game that he had in that last game against Milwaukee, setting a career high and a franchise record for points in a game by a Miami Heat. So he's saying maybe we should go ahead and take the under on Jimmy Butler because following a big game, 35 or more points, his average has dropped down to 22. So he's got some good intel here. He's been doing his homework, it seems like, on this Jimmy Butler pick. So let's refresh the optimizer. Let's pull in the latest, greatest data odds from all the different sports books. And then we're going to plug in Jimmy Butler's name here and take a look at his points line. Now, his points are at 29.5 today, folks, which means he needs 30 or more if you're planning on taking the over. And I think a lot of people are going to have those words, recency bias in their head. They're going to think, oh, Jimmy Butler just dropped a 50 burger in the last game. The over's good money again. But as my guy Andy Lopez is pointing out here, just because he did it last game doesn't mean he's going to do it tonight on the road. And with the blowout factor, maybe he doesn't play as many minutes. We'll have to look at this one a little closer. But so far, the optimizer gives this one about a 51% chance of him staying under 29.5. So if the projections are rocking with the under on Jimmy Butler, I'm okay with it. I'm removing my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions from this and just going strictly with the data here. And I think over the long term, if you also do that, you'll be more profitable. But let's take a look at Jimmy Butler here at 29.5. Let's see how he's projecting across some of these different projection models. I got Butler projected for 33.5. So although the optimizer says take the under, the projection here of 33.5 is definitely cause for concern. That's a huge projection on the over. Now, projections can be wrong at times. They can be helpful, but they could also be wrong at times, right? It's like when your weatherman comes on your local TV station and says, hey, there's a 60% chance of rain, but sometimes it doesn't rain. Kind of similar situation here. Jimmy Butler at 33.5 projected points, however, that is a little concerning when his line is sitting at 29.5. Let's go check another projection out for Jimmy Butler. What does Number Fire have him at? They've got him at 28.5. So you got one big over. You got another that's slightly under his line of 29.5. I don't know if RotoWire's got anything for Jimmy Butler. Let's look. Nothing for Butler. Refresh. Butler. Nope. Still nothing for Butler. So you're going to have to decide what you want to do with Jimmy Butler. Huge projection on Fantasy Labs. Slightly less on Number Fire. I think for me, when there's like conflicting information, I would just leave it alone. But Mr. Lopez here sounds like he's going to live by or die by taking the under on Jimmy Butler at 29.5 points. AOD, I love you too. Appreciate the love, man. Britton says CJ always has the cleanest hats on. You like this one? This one was actually released originally in 2016, I want to say. I had it back then. Couldn't find it because they don't make it anymore. I had to go on eBay. Shout out to eBay. eBay's always got everything that you're looking for that you can't find in the stores anymore. But yeah, go Rays. Rays up. Had a rough night last night. My Rays did, but that's okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. Another super chat coming through from our guy, Everyday Fantasy. Let's see what he's talking about. He's got Brooke Lopez for 2.5 stocks. Those are steals and blocks, a combination of steals and blocks. 4 straight games he's hit the over. Is that what that means? He's gone over 2.5 steals and blocks. He's also looking at some Harrison Barnes steals at 0.5. He's 6 for 8 versus Golden State. Okay, there you go. Both overs on each of those. All right, let's look at those real quick. Brook Lopez, starting with him. Blocks and steals. This is the best or most favorable Brook Lopez play on the board according to the odds pulled from the sports books. His blocks and steals are at 2.5, giving this one about a 52.4% chance that he collects at least 3 stocks tonight. So the over looking like the way to go, the optimal way to go. Let's see if we got some projections that are rocking with the way that the optimizer is suggesting we play this. So we go down to steals and blocks, punch in Brook Lopez's name. Now this first projection of 2.3 is not ideal, right? We wish this was more like 3.3, especially if we're thinking about taking the over here. So Lopez first steals and blocks projection 2.3 on the line of 2.5. Let's also check out Numberfire. Again, Numberfire is free for those of you who are looking for like a free projection model or system or whatever. Numberfire is the way to go. So they got Brolo at 2.5 blocks plus another 0.6 for the steals. That's 3.1 steals and blocks. So you got 2.3 and 3.1, 2 different projections. Let's see if RotoWire's got anything for us on Lopez today. They do not. All right, so we're riding with 2 different projections here instead of the 3. Don't know what's going on with RotoWire. Rest in peace, RotoWire. Hopefully you feel better soon. They called out sick today. But anyway, so again, you're kind of seeing a range of 2.3 up to 3.1 steals and blocks. Let's head over to Props.Cash real quick. Props.Cash, if you're not using Props.Cash, they actually do have some projections here on this hit rates page for their NBA product. But what you can do with Props.Cash is we could go over to this Miami-Milwaukee game, go to the steals and blocks section, click Brook Lopez's name, and you kind of get a visual component, right? Of how many times Brook Lopez has covered 2.5 steals and blocks versus Miami this season. So he's played Miami a total of 8 times. He's covered in 4 out of 8 games. But since this playoff series against the Heat have started, he's had 4 steals and blocks, 3, 2, and 5. So the last 4 games, he's gone 3 for 4. So 75% hit rate, and he's averaging over 2.5 steals and blocks versus Miami. So that one wouldn't be a terrible one for you to kind of like roll the dice on or gamble on. Steals and blocks can be kind of hit or miss, though. They can be kind of unpredictable. So you see what he's done in the last 4 games in this series, 3 out of 4. You've seen the projections, so you know it's a plus EV play as well. The odds are going to be in your favor. I'm going to stay away from it, though. I just don't like the unpredictability of steals and blocks. And I wish the projections were a little bit more favorable, but we're going to move on from that one. Let's look at your second pick, which is Harrison Barnes at 0.5 steals. So Harrison Barnes needs to find 1 steal tonight. Just 1 steal for Harrison Barnes, and he pays you off. Now, this one's got an even higher chance to hit. 53.5% chance that Harrison Barnes picks the pocket of one of his former teammates on the Golden State Warriors at least once tonight. So you're seeing he's like a minus 142 betting favorite on FanDuel, minus 130 betting favorite over on DraftKings, minus 135 betting favorite over on BetMGM, etc. All right. So good odds here, good juice on the over. Looks like they expect Harrison Barnes to have at least 1 steal tonight. So let's go pull some projections for Harrison Barnes and see if we can add him to our entry here on PrizePicks. First projection for Harrison Barnes is 1.1 on a line of 0.5. So that's a very good, solid projection. We're looking for 1 or more, right? That one's checking out. Let's check this other projection. They got him at 0.8, slightly more than the 0.5, very close to 1, a lot closer to 1 steal than no steals. So this second projection's looking good, and I'll just, out of good faith, check RotoWire again, but it doesn't look like RotoWire still has anything up for a lot of these players for whatever reason. So there you go. That is a play that we can consider adding here to our 3 that we've already found. I'll take Harrison Barnes over 0.5 steals, and I'll take him over Brook Lopez. I'm going to add him in. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 picks so far. 4 picks, all in our favor. Wait a second. Y'all seeing this? Did they change the payouts on a 4-pick flex? What's going on right now? When did that happen? A 4-pick flex is showing 4 correct, you get 8x. Am I tripping? Is that an error? Maybe it's a glitch. Just see something real quick here. No, I mean, that's the math is there. $10 in would get me $80 out. Maybe that's not intended. It's like a boosted payout right now from what it looks like. But yeah, PrizePicks app or website or whatever has been having issues this morning. So this may not be legit. But for me, I mean, you guys see it clear as day, right? 4 correct on a 4-pick flex is 8x. It's like they're boosted payouts from the other day, right? The last Friday. A lot of y'all are saying 5. Are any of you using PrizePicks website? Or those of you who are saying it's 5, are you using the mobile app? Maybe because I'm on their website. I don't know. Website? Mark's saying website. Well, I don't know. I'm blessed right now. I doubt that that'll actually ride. I don't think they'll actually give me an 8x on a 4-pick flex, but that would be sweet, wouldn't it? I would definitely take these 4 in a 4-pick flex to win 8 times my money. Anyway, I don't know. Must be something wonky happening right now. Appreciate y'all verifying that, though, before I get my hopes up. I don't want to get all excited and bricked up over a payday that I won't get. Thank you to Eric Erickson for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody's questions and comments. I mean, I see a lot of you folks in here, almost 200 people watching right now. There's only just one of me. Guys, I would strongly advise if you have a must have answer type of question, if you need something that's a pressing matter or need, and you need an urgent question answered or something like that, consider using super chat like Gio. Gio's asking about Donovan Mitchell rebounds and assists, going over on that, or he's asking about Xavier Tillman's points and rebounds over. So let's look at both of those as we continue to build out at least a 5-pick, maybe even a 6-pick if both of these picks check out. Let's go see what we got here. Going back to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. I'm going to refresh it. And guys, if you're using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, you should be refreshing as much as possible so that all the latest and greatest data and information is pulled in for you as well. And if you're not using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, let your boy put you on game. Get down to the description of today's video. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. I've left a link that'll save you $5 on your first month. Take it for a spin for a month. See what kind of results you have. I mean, they offer it for NBA, MLB. They got soccer out there. They got esports on the optimizer. And it's not just a PrizePicks thing. It's available for a lot of different sites. I know we're looking at just PrizePicks here, but they also support a variety of different sites, including Underdog and some of the other ones. So check it out. Link down in the description below. So let's take a look at Donovan Mitchell here, Spider-Man. He needs to definitely step his game up tonight if he wants to continue to battle in these playoffs, right? So he's looking at Donovan Mitchell's rebounds and assists. That line is sitting at 10.5. About a 51% chance that he actually goes under, not over, but under. So the odds are against you if you're considering going over on Donovan Mitchell's 10.5 rebounds and assists. So that is not an optimal play to take the over on his 10.5 rebounds and assists. You would be going against the grain, against the odds in this case, which is not advisable unless you're playing on a sports book. On PrizePicks, it doesn't make any sense to go against the odds on the sports books, mathematically speaking. But you asked about it, so I'm telling you about it. 51% chance that he stays under 10.5 rebounds and assists. So let's pull some projections up here and see how Donovan Mitchell's projecting today. Here's one for 11.2. Again, if you were out there on a sports book, let's say like FanDuel Sportsbook, if you have access to that where you live, You could take the over if you're feeling good about Donovan Mitchell going over 10.5 rebounds and assists at plus odds, plus 102 to go over. And you would make more money if he did actually go over at 10.5 rebounds and assists, right? So it would make sense to take the over on a site like FanDuel if you feel like you've got some sort of edge or advantage, or in this case, if you're trusting the projection of 11.2, then yeah, go to like FanDuel and take the over. But on PrizePicks, not advisable. Let's check a second projection, though, for Donovan Mitchell's rebounds and assists tonight. You're looking at a 4.9 rebound projection with about a 5.2 on the assists. So that's going to be less than 10.5, right? 10.1. So a little bit under on the 10.5. So you got one projection over, one projection under. So for me, it's going to be a fade. I just don't think it's that great of a pick. There's better options out there on a 4-game NBA slate. And with all the baseball we got going on, there's got to be a better pick than this one out there. Let's check out this other pick, though. You were talking about Xavier Tillman of the Memphis Grizzlies for more than his points and rebounds line. So let's go punch in Xavier Tillman's name here. Xavier Tillman had some pretty good games in this series. The points and rebounds are sitting at 18.5. Again, this is not an optimal play. In other words, the over is not an optimal play. The way that the odds are on the sports books, mathematically speaking, means you would probably want to take the under on this play, in fact. 51.5% chance that he stays at 18 or fewer points and rebounds tonight, okay? So let's go check some projections on Xavier Tillman to give you a little bit more information and insight on this one. Tillman's at 18.1 today on a line of 18.5. So that is less, obviously. Check out a second projection on Tillman. 9.9 points. Let's call that 10 for easier math, plus a 9.4 rebound projection puts him right around 19.3 points and rebounds. So that one's over. So you got one projection under, one projection over. So a lot of these projections today are kind of like spread out. They're kind of not in alignment or agreement, right? Unless you're one of these four picks. Now, these all have favorable projections that also agree with the optimizer. So these are the four we've landed on so far. Okay, so we're off to a good start with these four. But I don't like either one of those picks personally. If you like it, don't let me talk you out of anything. I'm just letting you know the facts. And the facts are you would be going against the grain, against the odds on these, which is not advisable on PrizePicks. So, all right, Gio, hopefully that helps you out, though. Tough decision on both of those. Let's see here. Brother Ski coming through with the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Salute. Thank you for supporting the channel. He's saying, how do you feel about Ja Morant turnovers and Domantas Sabonis on his steals and blocks? Two different picks for us to consider. Maybe one of these ends up looking good. We can add it to our entry. Let's go take a look at it first with Ja Morant and his turnovers. Where is he at today? 3.5 turnovers. It's looking like almost a coin flip at a 50.4% chance for it to hit. Now, 50.4% chance for it to hit the under, meaning 3 or fewer assists, possibly. So it's not looking like a play that you want to probably power. If anything, this might be a flex play because it's kind of looking a little bit shaky to me, a little dicey. But let's see if we've got some projections for Ja Morant. I think only Number Fire might be able to give us a projection for Morant. 3.8 projected turnovers on a line of 3.5. So it's a coin flip essentially at a 50.4% chance or whatever. So, I mean, this could break either way for you. It really could break either way. You're getting about the same odds or chances of him going over as you do under. One thing that you could do is look into some of the game logs here for Ja Morant in this series. You go to the turnover section on props.cash, and then you go to LA and Memphis, click Ja's name, and you can see what he's done here against the Lakers this season. He's played LA now a total of 5 times. He has gone over 3.5 assists in 3 out of 5, averaging 4.2 turnovers per game in that 5-game span. So 60% hit rate, 4.2 is the average. As far as turnovers allowed go, LA ranking 3rd this season in turnovers allowed, meaning they're not really forcing that many turnovers. This isn't a favorable matchup for Ja Morant to turn the ball over. But so far in this series, he's 2 for 3. Had 6 in the first game. Most recently, 2 nights ago, had 4. So he's been right around that 3 to 6 range. It's very possible that he goes over tonight, but I think I'm going to stay away from that one too. Again, I just think that there's better options out there, better plays than Ja Morant. Maybe the second play of Domantas Sabonis steals and blocks could be a better look. Let's take a look at it. So you punch Sabonis's name in here. His steals and blocks are at 1.5. Again, the optimizer suggesting, based on the odds that are being pulled in from the sports book, that 1 or fewer steals and blocks tonight is the way to go here. All right. So they're recommending the under, 51.44% chance. You got to remember, guys, whenever the lines makers set a line on these player props, on these sports books, they're trying to set the line to as close to a coin flip, 50-50 as possible. So when you see 51.4%, that's a slight edge or advantage, mathematically speaking, in your favor. In this case, though, it's not for the over, it's for the under. So it's very close. It's not quite a coin flip. A little bit better odds that he stays under. But let's look at it together. Pull in some projections here on Domantas Sabonis. At 1.5, if you're thinking about taking the over on Sabonis, you would want to see some projections of like 2 or better, right? First projections got him at 1.7, slightly more than the 1.5. So the juice is coming in on the under, but the projection's saying maybe a little closer to 2 than 1. Checking number fire out because we're trying to be thorough around here, right? So we got 1 steal plus 0.6 blocks. That's 1.6. Again, the line's 1.5. So it doesn't look great. It's like decent projections, slightly more than 1.5. But then you got the odds on the under. It's just not adding up for me, man. I want to like it. I want to tell you to take it, but I'm not going to tell you anything that I personally wouldn't do myself, okay? You guys always see when I talk about picks on here, I put my money where my mouth is. I put it behind the numbers and the projections, and I ride with it. In this case, I'm not going to be riding with this one. But just to give you one last little peek at what Domantas Sabonis has been doing here with the steals and blocks, I mean, I see why you like it. If you look at the last 4 games in this series, right? 3 stocks. He had none on 417. He had 2 on 420 and 3 on 423. So he's 3 for 4. You could take a shot on taking the over here, but do so sparingly. Probably don't want to have him in all your entries. You probably don't want to power this one. Probably want to reserve this one for like a flex only play. That's what I would do if you decide that you do want to roll with it on the over. All right, Brother Ski, thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. For anybody who's typing in all caps, it's going to delete your message because you're using all caps. The filter's going to delete your message. So Atlanta Clips, talking to you. You don't have to put all caps or else it's going to keep deleting your message. All right. Let's see here. Everyday Fantasy's coming through with another one. He says, Julius Randle at 2.5 turnovers. Thinking about taking the over on that one. All right. Cool. Let's take a look at that one. Also, thank you to Doctor for subscribing to the channel and all the other new subscribers. And I just want to say to the 182 of you guys watching, appreciate you guys getting us over 100 likes once again on the live. That way, our hashtag replay gang doesn't have to do any work. You guys have done all the work getting us over 100 likes again. So I have to say a big thank you to everybody out there who's watching live. Much, much respect. Appreciate you guys. All right. So Julius Randle at 2.5 turnovers. Everyday Fantasy's wanting to go over, so we're going to have to go back to the optimizer and see which way that the odds are facing on this Julius Randle play. And in this case, we got about a 52% chance that Randle turns it over at least 3 times tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have been a very good defensive team for the last couple of seasons, right? So we know that the potential is there for them to create havoc and cause chaos, right? So Julius Randle at 2.5 turnovers. You're getting a 52% chance that he turns it over at least 3 times tonight versus the Cavaliers. So let's go see if we have a projection for you. I think, again, we have to use number fire for this one. Got to spell his name right, right? You got to spell the guy's name right. 2.9 turnovers. Projected turnovers. 2.9 projected turnovers on a line of 2.5. So that is very, very close to 3. Let me see if I got anything on RotoWire for this one. I do, in fact, actually. 2.72 turnovers on a line of 2.5. So we got 2 projections, 2.7 all the way up to about 2.9. That suggests that we should be taking the over here on Julius Randle. Let's also check some game logs just to add another element. Sometimes seeing is believing. So we go to the turnover section, go to New York versus Cleveland, tap Julius Randle's name, and you kind of get a picture here of what Julius Randle has done in terms of turnovers versus Cleveland. He's played him 7 times this season, turning it over more than 2.5 times in 4 out of 7 games. Now, the last 2 games, he has done a good job of not turning the ball over. He had just 1 versus Cleveland in their last meeting, which was 3 days ago. And then prior to that, 421, just 2 turnovers. So in this series so far, he's actually 2 for 4, 50% hit rate, but 4 for 7 overall when you include the regular season games. And that's a 57% hit rate, averaging about 3.4 turnovers per game. Now, when you look over here, the Cleveland defense ranks 27th in turnovers allowed, meaning turnovers forced, in other words. So there's only 3 teams in the NBA that are forcing more turnovers against opposing teams than Cleveland is. So this is a good matchup. Again, Cleveland's defense has been good the last couple of seasons, right? And this season is no different. And we talked about maybe targeting some defensive props or some turnover props in a game that's expected to be low scoring. Maybe there's more defense played, more blocks and steals, more guys turning it over and such. Maybe more personal fouls as well. That could be another way to go. But in this case, it is a good matchup here. And maybe Julius Randle's due. Maybe he's due to turn it over 3 times or more. This could be the night that it happens. It's projecting pretty well, though, and it is a plus EV play. So, yeah, you could definitely go with Randle over 2.5 turnovers. So, if we want, we can add Randle in here to turn it over 3 or more times. We got 1, 2, 3. These top 3 I really like. The steals and turnovers can be, hit or miss, right? Kind of shaky, kind of dicey sometimes. So take what you like and leave the rest. You don't have to take all of these, but I really do like the first 3 that we were on. Mobley, Vincent, and Holiday. I think both of those look good. All right. Dwayne says, yo, yesterday I went 5 for 6 on 4 tickets using 5 different picks from you. Big thanks. I'm tuned in every day now. Dwayne Hooper. That's what I like to hear, man. Are you a hooper, like actual hooper? Or is that just your last name? Maybe it's just your last name. Let's look at Atlanta Clips selection here. He's talking about some Jaren Jackson Jr. over 19.5 points. Triple J over 19.5 points. That just sounds like a high number just right off the top, right? Let's take a look at what he's done here. He's gone under in 3 straight games at 19.5 points. All right, so that's what he's done lately. Under in 3 straight games. That 19.5 just came off a little bit too steep for my taste. All right, let's go see what the optimizer says. Forget what he's done or hasn't done recently. We're talking about tonight. We want to see what he's doing tonight, right? Jaren Jackson Jr. at 19.4 or 19.5 points, a 51.6% chance that he goes over. So we know it is a plus EV play. 20 or more. Looks like what we're hoping for when we go check some projections on Triple J here. So let's do that. Here's 20.7 on a line of 19.5. That's a good first projection. I like that. Let's check a second projection out, though, on Jaren Jackson. 18.4. Here we go again. How many picks have we looked at where one projection has them under, one projection has them over? It sucks. I hate that. But 18.4 to 20.7 is kind of like the expected range of outcomes for Jaren Jackson Jr. So this line of 19.5 is pretty sharp, if you ask me. It looks pretty sharp. And no, I don't have a projection. RotoWire, again, still not providing us projections for everything. But there you go. I think I'm going to leave Jaren Jackson alone for the points. I don't think I want to go there personally. So let's see what else we got here. Some Julius Randle points and rebounds under instead of the turnovers. Let's look at that. Let's look at that one. Points and rebounds under. Well, that again would be not the optimal way to go here. At 29.5 points and rebounds, the odds are saying take the over. All right, 30 or more. 51% chance, not a super high chance, but a 51% chance that he goes over 29.5. So let me just pull some projections up for Julius Randle on his points and rebounds today. We got 27.4. That is less than 29.5. So maybe you're onto something here. 21.1 points plus 8.2 boards. That's 29.3 points and rebounds. That's also under. And then we've got him at 30.7. So two models have him under. One model has him going over on Julius Randle's points and rebounds. Seems a little dicey. I'm going to stay away from it personally. Let's refresh the optimizer and see if there's anything else that's popping up here. If there's any picks that are shining a little bit brighter than maybe like Harrison Barnes for his steals or Julius Randle for his turnovers. I don't mind the Barnes one as much, but the Randle one's giving me pause. It's giving me some concern. Let's see if there's anything else that's like jumping up and at us. We talked about Draymond Green earlier, over 8.5 points, but y'all weren't really liking Draymond. So did we discuss Xavier Tillman for over 9.5 points? I know we talked about Tillman's points and rebounds. What about just the points though? Let's see if that makes any sense. Nah, I think maybe we did. Only 9.3 there. And then 9.9 there. So kind of split on those two different projections for Tillman. Let's keep looking here. Keep looking. There's Lopez, blocks and steals. That was another one that was discussed. Ooh, what do y'all think about this one? What do y'all think about this one? All right, chat. Need y'all to listen up. LeBron James at 27.5 points. Optimizer saying take the under at 52.4%. What do y'all think about that in a closeout, potential closeout game? Lakers could put Memphis to bed tonight. Is LeBron going to score 28 or more points? What do y'all think? While y'all are letting me know what you think in the live chat or in the comments section of today's replay, let's go take a look at some projections on King James and see how those are looking. We got LeBron projected for, hold on, man. Really? 22.7 points? What is his line again? 27.5? Guys, 27.5 is the line. First projection's 22.7. You kidding me? Rodney says take the under on LeBron. Armando, thank you for subscribing. Armando says LeBron has just been passing the ball. Travis, we'll get to that super chat in just a minute. Let me dig into this LeBron prop a little bit more. 22.7 on a line at 27.5 though. That's pretty eye-opening. Let's check some other projections on LeBron James. Second projection on LeBron, 25.2 points on a line of 27.5. So that's more than 2 points on a couple different projections. They got LeBron going under 27.5 tonight. Do we have one on here? No. All right, so Number Fire's got him under at 25.2. Action's got him under at 22.7. So, I mean, that's pretty eye-opening. It kind of reminds me of Russell Westbrook in his 42.5 PRA yesterday, right? Y'all remember how low those projections were looking? I'm going to rock with it, man. I'm going to take LeBron under 27.5 tonight. Replace Randle with LeBron under? You got it. I'll do it. Or you could keep Randle in if you're going for 6. I think I like what I'm seeing here out of this 5-piece, though. I think that's looking rather nice. All right, so now my 5-pick flex is showing a 10x payout. So that's correct. But my 4 pick, it's still showing 8. All right. Well, I guess we're going with a 5 pick. I doubt I get that 8. LeBron for less. Sorry. LeBron under 27.5. I'm cool with that. Official M23 dog says, hey, he doesn't feel comfortable taking the under on the king. It's a fade for me. All right. Respect. I respect your decision to fade this pick. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to ride with it, though. All right. Let's keep digging. Maybe we can find a 6th and final pick. So we just found LeBron James under 27.5 points. That one seems to be getting some traction, some momentum. Nothing else here really standing out. I mean, I don't want to force anything, guys. I really don't want to force anything. So if all we have is 5, then all we have is 5. And that's just what it's going to be. Let's go to page 2 here. Steph Curry under 5.5 assists, 52.2% chance to hit. What do we think about Steph Curry under 5.5 assists? Go get some projections on that one. That one's kind of interesting. First projection says, nah, brah. Don't be taking the under on 5.5 assists on Curry. They got him projected for 6.5 right here, guys. Second projection, 6.5 again. Yeah, nah. We ain't going under on 5.5 assists. Bump that. Forget that. All right, so if we're taking LeBron James under 27.5 points, what about taking Anthony Davis over 22.5 points? 52.1% chance that AD scores 23 or more. Now, I got to admit, that 22.5 seems awfully juicy. And what I mean by awfully juicy means it's pretty low, right? 23 or more points out of AD. So if we think LeBron takes a step back in terms of points, I don't mind the correlation of Anthony Davis going over 22.5 points. We could go there. But before we go there, my guy Travis says Andrew Wiggins over 17.5. Ooh, let's go look at that one. Let's go look at Andrew Wiggins over 17.5 points. We're looking for a final pick here to kind of round out this 6th pick. First projection on Wiggins is pretty sweet, though. 19 points. We need 18 or more. He's projected for 19. So that projection's looking good. Second projection, 17.9. Again, the line's 17.5, so really close to 18. And then a third and final projection. We finally got one here on RotoWire, 17.7. So 3 out of 3 sites have Wiggins going closer to 18 or more on his points tonight. And let's just look at something real quick here. It is a plus EV play, 51.8% chance that he goes for 18 or more. So nearly 52%. Let me pose a question to you guys. Would you rather take the over on Andrew Wiggins at 17.5, or would you rather take Anthony Davis over 22.5? Now Wiggins, we got a 51.8% chance. Anthony Davis, we've got a 52.1% chance, slightly better chance. But we didn't get a chance to check the projections for Anthony Davis. So let's run through those real quick. Anthony Davis's first projection is 22.8. You're even seeing him at 23.5 points on a couple of sports books. Again, PrizePicks has him at 22.5. So the first projection, 22.8, slightly over. Second projection for Anthony Davis has him at 21.5. Ouch. Well, that's not good. That's a step in the wrong direction. And I don't have a third projection. So I guess for me, based on the projections alone, we could add Wiggins in here. We could add Wiggins in here for more than 17.5 points. See what he's done here. In 3 straight games, he's gone over 22, 20, and 18. He did miss barely by the hook 17 points on April 15th against Sacramento. But yeah, Wiggins has scored very well over the last 3 games. So it's projecting favorably. It is a plus EV play. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks. Unless you guys want to look for another one, we could replace maybe Harrison Barnes if you guys don't want to play a steal prop. But this could be our 6th pick today. Durant, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. He's asking about Brolo. Brook Lopez over on points, or Kevon Looney over on rebounds and assists. Let's look at both of those real quick. Let's refresh. Let's make sure we get these fresh odds pulled in on the optimizer. Again, check out the link down in the description of today's video if you want to get started on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer yourself. We're going to be looking at Brook Lopez for more on his points and see if that's a plus EV move or not. And it is, but it's not by much. All right, 50.7% chance that he scores at least 16 or more tonight. Now, I wonder if that makes any sense. So I'm going to probably say take one or the other. And in this case, I like Drew Holiday a little bit more. So we're still going to look at Brook Lopez, but I don't think I'm going to include him in this entry. So Brook Lopez needs 16 or more on his projections. First projections got him at 14.3. Well, that's not good. That's not what we want to see. We wanted 16 or better. First projections 14.3. Second projections 15.6. So it just doesn't seem like we're getting there on any of these projection models. So I'm going to leave Brook Lopez alone. Not taking that one, Duran. The second one you asked about, though, Kevon Looney over his rebounds and assists line. Let's go look at that one real quick, too. Looney going up against Sacramento, his rebounds and assists are sitting at 15, meaning it's either been bumped or up or down. In this case, it looks like it's been bumped down from 15.5 down to 15. 51.3% chance that he goes over 15 now that he's been bumped down from 15.5 to 15. So this prop could tie, could end up pushing on exactly 15 rebounds and assists. Let's go pull some projections on this one real quick. Mr. Looney projected for 13.3 rebounds and assists. That is not what you want to see. That's not a good projection. Let's check a second one. 11.2 boards plus another 3.2 assists, right? 15.4. I'm sorry, 14.4. 14.4 on a line of 15. So it ain't looking good on Looney either, my friend. Now you could play it if you want to play it. Here's a third projection, 12.32 on a line of 15 rebounds and assists. He's just projecting under 15 on 3 different models. You can play it if you want to play it, but there's definitely some risk in taking either one of those, Lopez or Looney, over. I mean, there's risk in everything, right, that we play, but those look especially risky. Going against the odds, going against the projections in some cases. So, all right. Let's see. You guys are saying a little skipping audio. Sorry about that. You know, sometimes the internet connection can kind of freak out. It's probably an internet connection thing. Sorry about that. Anyways, I think that's going to be it, man. I think I'm going to go ahead and ride with this 6 pick that we have. It's 1:19 p.m. We've been going for a little over an hour. I don't think there's any outstanding super chats that I missed or anything like that. I think we answered everybody's super chat. Want to make sure that we do that. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and go Mobley over 15.5 points and assists. Gabe Vincent less than 13.5 points and rebounds. Drew Holiday over 29.5 PRA. Harrison Barnes more than 0.5 steals. LeBron under 27.5 points. And Andrew Wiggins over 17.5 points. What do I want to put on this? Well, that's the question, right? What I got? 1530 in the account. So if I put 30 on it, we'll win 750. I'm cool with that. I'll risk 30 on it. There you go. We're locked and loaded, my friends. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching. Thank you for all the support. 126 likes, all 152 of you that are watching still. Appreciate you guys. Good luck on all your entries tonight. If you're in Patreon and Discord, I'll see you guys later on tonight. I'll be posting more picks, plays, cheat sheets, and all that fun stuff for us to get some more money tonight. Good luck and good night.